Hello, coffee connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Coffee Snob Reviews. I'm your host, the Coffee Snob, and today we are doing Kopiko Instant Coffee. Let's go! But before we get started, I have to give a big shout out and thank you to my friend and fellow content creator, Zon Ego's Dragon Den. She is a multi-platform streamer, and if you would like to check her out, I will have her Twitch channel linked in the description of this video. When she found out that I did coffee reviews, she asked if I had ever had any kind of Asian coffee, to which I said no, but I very much would like to try that. And she was kind enough to send me some packets of this Kopiko to try, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've personally never had instant coffee before. However, a lot of the friends that I have outside of the United States have always talked about instant coffee. So it seems to be rather popular outside of the US. So this is a first experience for me. I'm really looking forward to it. And Zon Egos, I really appreciate this. Thank you very much, and thank you for your friendship. And of course, for your support. So let's talk about Kopiko. This is like everything that you need in one packet. This is like a non-dairy creamer. This is sugar. This is coffee. Just add water. Quite honestly, I'm not quite sure what to think of it. I definitely don't know what to expect. But I am very curious, so what do you say we open up a packet and see what it smells like? It doesn't have much of a smell. I mean, it does. But if anything, it almost kind of smells like a caramel hot cocoa mix. And this is what this reminds me of. This reminds me more of like a hot cocoa mix, just add water. This is what it looks like here. You can see it is definitely powder. So this is interesting. This is definitely different. This is definitely a new one for me. And again, it doesn't have much of a coffee scent to it. It has a sweeter scent to it. Which this is like really I'm very interested. I'm very curious in this, and honestly, I'm kind of excited to try this. So I'm going to go and start heating up some water in a kettle so that we can get this made and see what it tastes like. While I wait for the water to boil, we're going to talk a little bit about Kopiko. Kopiko coffee candy has been available in Asian ethnic and specialty retail stores in the United States for the last 20 years. Kopiko products are now available for distribution nationwide in all channels by the Takari International Incorporation. Takari International Inc. started with just one man in June of 1988. His mission was to bring different ethnic items to the public to bring them joy and satisfaction without breaking the bank. Takari started as an importer and distributor of disposable chopsticks in 1988 and progressively began adding new items into its distribution, such as cookies and other snacks. Takari is still a growing enterprise with a warehouse over 85,000 square feet large. If you would like to read more about Takari Incorporated or Kopiko Coffee, I will have the website that I pulled all of this information off of tagged in the description of this video. However, now I would like to talk to you about instant coffee in general. Because I am so unfamiliar with instant coffee, and I'm also a nerd, especially when it comes to coffee, I did a little bit of research into instant coffee. And I found that there are some people that have some complaints about instant coffee. One of the complaints is that it tastes weaker than a standard cup of coffee. In researching, I found out that that's usually caused from not using the proper amount of water. In traditional cooking or baking, 1 cup of water is 8 fluid ounces. However, in the world of instant coffee, a cup should be about 6 fluid ounces. Another common complaint that I was finding in my research is that it tastes bitter. And in the normal coffee world, while that could have anything to do with the type of roast, the caffeine content, based off of what I found while I was researching instant coffee, a lot of that bitter or even burnt taste is coming from pouring boiling water directly into your cup on top of the powder. That boiling water has the potential to scald the powder, especially like the non-dairy creamer inside of it, and that could lead to a bitter taste or even a burnt taste. Based off of the research that I did, a common solution to that is to add cold water into the cup, mix your instant coffee up into that, and then add your hot water on top of that. And that kind of gives it a little bit of a buffer so you're not just pouring boiling water right onto your coffee powder. And with that said, I'm really excited and really anxious to try this. I really don't know what to expect. I really don't know if I'm going to like it, especially being the coffee snob that I am. And it's gotten worse with me trying and reviewing gourmet coffees, but I'm really excited and very thankful to be able to experience this. So let's go get a cup. So we're back. This is the first and only trial that we're going to be able to do with this coffee, and that's only because it comes pre-sweetened and with creamer already inside of it. It has a very nice, very pleasant smell to it. It's very sweet. It has a very sweet aroma to it. And just so everybody knows, I did 2 fluid ounces of cold water and then added 4 fluid ounces of boiling water after I stirred in the mix to the 2 fluid ounces. That way I didn't scorch any of the coffee powder. So without further ado, let's give this a try. I'm nervous. I'm excited. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I don't know what to expect. I'm pleasantly surprised. That's not bad. It has a smooth but rich taste to it. And it does taste very sweet. Like I said, it comes pre-sweetened. I'm very surprised at how smooth it is. I'm very surprised at how rich it is. I'm a little bit shocked at how sweet it is. There's a faint, and when I say faint, I mean faint bitterness in the aftertaste, but it's not bad at all. So while I can't say that this is gourmet coffee by any means, I'm pleasantly surprised with this, and I'm very pleased with how it tastes. In all honesty, the way that this coffee tastes very much reminds me of mocha flavored hot chocolate packets. On top of tasting like a mocha flavored hot cocoa mix, because of the creamer and the sweetener that comes pre-mixed in these packets, I feel like it almost has a little bit of like a caramel flavor to it. Very mild, very light. The other thing that I would like to add is this is actually my second cup. I finished my first cup and made myself up a second cup, and I really do appreciate how the bottom, like all of the powder dissolved. When I got to the bottom of the cup of coffee, it wasn't gritty and weird. I wasn't sure if it was going to be like that. Like if you were to get grounds in your pot and then pour it into your cup, you get to the bottom and you end up getting a mouthful of grounds. It was not like that. It all dissolved, and I'm very appreciative of that. Going into this, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous trying just add water coffee, but I have to be totally honest and admit that this is better than a lot of the canned coffees that I have tried. But like I said, by no means can I call this gourmet coffee. But for what it is, I'm very, very, very pleasantly surprised with it. And if it came down to I could either have this coffee or no coffee, I'd rather have this coffee. And once again, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to my friends on Egos. I really do appreciate her sending me this coffee. I really appreciate this really awesome life experience to be able to try this coffee. And I really do appreciate her support in my content, and I do appreciate her friendship. So thank you very, very much. And to my fellow coffee connoisseurs, would you like to see me try more instant coffees like this? If so, let me know in the comment section, because this could open up a whole new road of content for this channel. But guys, I think this is about all the time that I have for coffee review videos today. Thank you very much for tuning in for watching. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you. Remember, life is way too short to drink bad coffee, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody. But before we get started, I have to give a big shout out and thank you to My Cats Are Fighting. Hi, Zelda. It's good to see you. Coffee, a magical liquid made of freshly ground heaven and gold, served best in a gigantic mug. See also, Cup of Sanity. I got that sign at a huge yard sale that was done at my local fairgrounds. All of the proceeds actually went to benefit a local animal shelter, and the best thing about it is everything that was for sale there was donated by the community. This is like, you think it's treats. What do you think? What do you think of the coffee? Does it smell good?